everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs going up against Dalton's Bengals.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So the ball that time in the hands of who wound up being the NFL's rushing leader this season. Now, maybe a little help from Le'Veon Bell and also Todd Gurley sitting out their finales, but still a spectacular season for Hunt.
You got to throw cold water on the man, just like that.
I said a spectacular season for Kareem Hunt.
Okay, let's accentuate the positive.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. He gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Back onto the field come the Kansas City Chiefs. As they look back to this last year, disappointment ultimately in how the season ended, Charles, no doubt. It was a weird year, though. The great start, the weird middle, and then the strong end.
And every team in the NFL documents their season with a year-end, video, movie about the season. This is going to be a tale of 3 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about the start? Remember opening night in Foxborough, beating the defending Super Bowl champs? I mean, they went on the road and took out the Patriots with Tom Brady, and that got them up to a 5-0 start. And then they hit the middle section.
Yeah, that 1-6 stretch.
I mean, that was a tough one. It was hard to believe because we watched it unfold, but we kept saying, they'll get it back together. And they did. Down the stretch, 4-0, winning by almost an average of 12 points per game that propelled them to the AFC West title.
And some room to work. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. Mahomes going to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll toss it to Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Johnson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Bengals, Adam Jones. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Before this next series gets going here offensively, what about that Saints-Vikings game?
There's so many different ways we can go and so many comments we can start with, but I hope you don't mind me starting with this one. Never in the history of the NFL, all right, did we ever think that Drew Brees could lead a team that scores and leaves just 29 seconds on the clock and he left too much time for Case Keenum. Think about that.
Yeah,
all right?
Just the end of that game, you know, we say it all the time, but you live for those moments. Now, you also got to remember, for the Saints, and we're thinking about the Vikings, for the Saints, what heartbreak.
Heartbreak for Marcus Williams, especially the safety. People are going to identify him as the key. But there's one thing to keep in mind. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end for the Vikings, ran about a 7-yard route, and someone from the Saints defense jumped him and actually weakened the back end of that defense and left it in a 2-on-2 situation, and the Vikings took advantage of it.
One we'll be talking about for years. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Mahomes will try again on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Charles, we got a second here to discuss Cincinnati as their offense works their way back out there. Marvin Lewis, many thought on the way out, but now a 2-year extension, and it's 2 straight years without them being in the playoffs after 5 straight in the playoffs. Were you surprised that Marvin Lewis was given the extension?
I actually was, because he was at the end of his contract, and I thought that that was a natural end point for he and the Bengals, especially since, as you framed it, back-to-back years without the playoffs, back-to-back years of 7 and 9. But getting the 2-year extension tells me they're ready to rebuild. Retool this team. They've got to get better in the offensive line. They've got to get better skill position players. The defense is going to undergo some more construction now. Got a new defensive coordinator coming in. So the coaching staff, players, a rebuild in Cincinnati, and they think Marvin Lewis is the guy to guide them.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken at the 46. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Michael Johnson in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals have recovered it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Benny Logan in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Open man is Uzama. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Dalton. To Nixon on the check down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Mahomes now on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now it's Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence.
And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On the ground, it's West again. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mixon. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bullock will put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd down following the run.
Let's go.
Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Johnson in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And out now, here come the Bengals. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.